Everybody, happy Friday, November 24th. I hope you all had a memorable Thanksgiving with family and friends. I enjoyed my day with family and friends. I had a great time. It was a nice Thanksgiving. Got to relax, got to eat plenty of food, watched a lot of football, and there was an NFL Thanksgiving Day triple header. You already know during our Thanksgiving gatherings, I had football on the TV. That's every year, right? Right? Because I'm a big sports fan, so I'm always watching football. Nothing says Thanksgiving Day like stuffing yourself with turkey and watching football. And watching Cowboys football on Thanksgiving has become a tradition, because the Cowboys, they play every single year. Well, enough of me rambling. I want to get on to Thursday's game. Um, on Thursday, the Dallas Cowboys continued their annual Thanksgiving tradition. I know exactly what kind of team the Dallas Cowboys have. I think the rest of the NFL knows now, too, after this 45-10 thrashing, that once again reminded us that they are legitimate contenders in the NFC. And the haters, they can say whatever they want. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but the Cowboys are for real. I don't care what their schedule looked like. And a lot of people say, well, they haven't played anybody. And what a scene it was after a fourth quarter touchdown that pushed the score to 38-10 when quarterback Dak Prescott retrieved the turkey leg stashed in the Salvation Army kettle, man. That was a beautiful scene. But this team is for real. I don't care what their schedule looked like. They are not only flashy, but athletic and exciting and equipped to slug it out. You know, they have the makings of a Super Bowl team. We still have to see if they can match that same level of play or truly how elite they can be against some of the game's elites, such as the Niners and the Eagles. Everyone keeps saying they haven't played anybody. You hear that all the time that they haven't played anybody. And remember, they almost beat the Eagles. I mean, that was a great game to the very end. People have forgotten about that. It was just a couple of weeks ago. Dallas threw haymakers, hung tough, and put up a fight against the Eagles. This is their moment, right? This is their moment to shine. They showed the world, even though it was against a lowly Commanders team, everything we've talked about with this team, we're seeing it with their play. You know what I'm saying? And not just on the defensive side of the ball, but the offensive side of the ball as well. And in recent weeks, the Cowboys have checked all the boxes. I mean, look, you got a cornerback that has filled in nicely in the absence of Trayvon Diggs. I mean, look, I can't say enough about this brother. Darren Bland has 5 pick sixes in just 11 games. I mean, that's historic, right? You saw the scene and the reaction from his defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn. You have Micah Parsons. And he's a terrifying beast doing his thing. Some will contend that the Cowboys have a top flight defense that can get them there, get them to the Super Bowl. Its defense, their defense, has been top notch. And nothing on the defensive side of the ball lacks. They got a lot of weapons, solid tight end play with a crowded tight end room. CeeDee Lamb continues his amazing stretch, playing like a top receiver in this game and has elevated the offense. And then you look at what Dak Prescott is doing. I am tired of the Dak Prescott slander. I am over it. Dak Prescott continues to play like the best quarterback in the NFL. He's his career right now. The jury is still out on him, but he can't simply be ignored. I mean, the eye-popping numbers simply can't be ignored. His sensational effort is a testament to his skill set. Look, we often are talking about Dak having a terrible game. How often are we talking about Dak having 18 touchdown passes and just 2 interceptions in the last 6 games? Instead, we're often lamenting his mistakes and missed opportunities and questionable decisions. The thing is this, folks, because he hasn't propelled Dallas to a title and can't seem to win the most important games, he's constantly subjected to scrutiny. That's all it is. That's all it is. So you always hear the negative things about him and never the good things about him. You know, people always have something negative to say about Dak Prescott. I think we can say he has inserted his name in the MVP conversations. There's validation behind my words. And suggesting otherwise is blasphemy. The brother is playing at an elite level. You are to be calling him an MVP. The way he's playing, he will certainly join the MVP conversation. And if he can keep rolling like this, he could be looking at the MVP award. I mean, you can make a case for Dak Prescott being the number 1 quarterback currently in the NFL. That might sound crazy to you. Oh, he hasn't played anybody. How can you make that assumption? You only can play what the schedule gives you. I wouldn't be mad at this if he's currently the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. After all, you have to have him in the conversation. It's just as simple as that. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean he's at the top, but he's definitely in conversation. And I think it is wildly insulting not to mention him in the same breath as Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and Lamar Jackson. I mean, that wouldn't be fair. Dak should be on there too. Okay? I'm just pointing that out. I am tired of the Dak Prescott slander. And everyone's saying, well, he hasn't played anybody. He can't beat very good teams. Okay, you only play what your schedule gives you, right? And that's been the narrative, is that he has been beating up bad teams. Like the Cowboys are the bullies. They beat up on the teams that suck. That's the biggest complaint among the haters. Dak can't win the big games. He's making big mistakes. The Cowboys won't win or get to the Super Bowl with him as the quarterback. That's all you hear. Give him this season with a staple of talented wide receivers and tight ends, and then we will see. I think he's been solid. And under Mike McCarthy, considered by many a bad play caller, by the way, I feel like Dak has thrived. He has formed a great connection with CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferguson, and proved he can win games. Yes, we still have to see more. We have to see if he can beat a team like the 49ers and the Eagles. I get it. But I don't understand why he's getting so much hate while not being offered praise for being remarkable of late. I just don't get it. And yet he is looked at as a bum or someone who is overrated when he's arguably having the best stretch of any quarterback. Relax on the hate. It takes a good coach, the right guys around you, and a good offensive philosophy and a patient fan base to reach the heights of a franchise quarterback. And I think it's fair to say that Dak has done that. Also, Dak over the years has overcome devastating injuries, right? Has he not? He's overcome devastating injuries that remained the biggest impediment to his growth and development. So we got to cut him some slack there as well. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't always fully evaluate him because he wasn't healthy or didn't look 100% all the time. What we come into the season hoping Dak wouldn't do was throw the ball away to the opposing team, right? And so far, he has done a great job protecting the football. He has not done that this year. He has not turned over the ball at an alarming rate. What he's doing different from last year is taking better care of the football. And if he continues to play like this, his team is good. We know they're going to be a playoff team. We know that. We know he will end up being the MVP if they are a playoff team. No question about it. So put some respect on this man's name. Come on now. Come on now. Dak Prescott's the real deal, man. He's doing this thing over in Dallas. It's time to put some respect on this man's name, man. Okay? Let's stop it with the nonsense. Let's stop it with the BS. An airplane is flying overhead here for you guys here in the background. But let's cut it out with the BS, okay? Man, because, I mean, the dude is playing top-level football, and you can't ask for anything better from Dak Prescott. Because last year at this time, there was a lot of question marks about him. But, man, he's played better. You know, he hasn't looked bad at all. And to me, he hasn't. Maybe to you, but there's a lot of haters out here, man. There's a lot of people hating on Dak. Dak's the man. Dak, man, he's kicking ass right now. That offense is just the hottest team in the NFL. You look at the Cowboys, man, they're clearly the hottest team in the NFL right now. And people don't want to admit to it, especially the Cowboy haters. They're clearly the hottest team in the NFL right now. Dan Quinn got his boys playing on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, you look at the pass rush, you look at the secondary, you look at what Bland is doing, man, and what he's doing, it has put his name in the history books. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys, they've been winning games. They've been beating the teams they're supposed to beat. You heard me say that often last week. They're beating the teams they're supposed to beat. And that's what matters at the end of the day. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate y'all. It's been real. You guys know what's up. You guys know I'll be back in some more videos. I'll have some more content out there for you guys. Most likely today, very soon. There's a lot of sports happening today. There's a lot going on in the sports world. A lot of college football, NBA basketball's in action. You got some hockey. You got the NFL game this afternoon on Amazon Prime. The Dolphins, I believe it's the Dolphins. I forgot the other opponent. Damn, I shouldn't be forgetting who they're playing. I know it's the Dolphins. I'll be tuned in for that. But we'll talk very soon. Guys, it's been fun. I'm getting out of here now. Peace.